Hello, welcome
Okay.
back to Game Chat.
Not,
I got Elite. I'm sorry, I got Comedian. I got Anthony here. Um, in honor of Miss Marvel coming out soon, we will be ranking the tier lists of all the Disney properties, Disney Marvel properties, and then this will be our list going forward. So when Miss Marvel comes out and other future properties comes out, we're going to be adding on to this list in the future. If you agree with
all right.
us, let us know. So
Yeah. I had the intro perfect in my head too. Didn't interrupt. All right. Yeah. Hi guys. All right. Yeah. Miss Marvel comes out. I believe this week of June when we're recording this. Um, phase one. Start off phase one.
first one is Iron Man 1.
Yeah. First one's Iron Man. Should you read the tiers to them or you didn't need to
Yes,
know?
it's going to be. Thank you, Anthony. It's S, A, B, C, and F.
All right. Cool. So, Iron Man one, comedian.
You want to start my ranking? Yeah, yeah. We're all gonna
Yeah.
go. We're all gonna go. Okay. And say ours, and then and
The
then we're
majority
gonna
will.
average it. So if it's two B's and an A, it's gonna be a B. If it's a B and two B's and a C, it's gonna be a B. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say Iron Man. Uh, I'm gonna go say A. I'm real. It's between A and S with me, so I'm just gonna go A for right now. Anthony.
Comedian got it right on the dot between A and S. Good movie. Simple. It's not space. It's not anything. It's the first one. Sometimes I go back to watch it. It's comforting. The villain is, same as Iron Man. And you'll notice that throughout phase one. The villain is the same as the hero in majority of it. Um, or has the same goal in the beginning. But I'm gonna give it an A as well. It's nothing more, nothing less. Giving it an S is hard to say because there's a lot of great movies and we're about to
Yeah.
find out. So
Mhm.
I think Comedian got it perfect. Give it an A. Brendan?
Yeah, I'm gonna say A. Probably one of the original ones that have stood the test of time. Pretty solid. Like I'm not gonna complain if if it's playing again. So I give it an A. Okay. So we're gonna put Iron Man 1 in the A category.
Audio
All right.
listeners, A.
All right. Next up, Incredible Hulk, specifically Edward Norton.
I forgot about this. Okay, so funny story about this movie. When I went to watch it, I was arguing so much with my brother because I was telling him this is Hulk 2 from the
I
other
know
Hulk.
what you mean.
I thought this was Hulk 2, and I was like, dude, like, I didn't know what rebooting was. So I was like, this is Hulk 2. I don't know what you're talking about. But
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing it in theaters. I remember thinking this is boring. I think that's the only time I watched it was in theaters. I'm gonna have to give this a C, but the ending's a B. So I mean, I'm gonna give it a C. The whole movie is still boring to me.
Yeah.
Um, Plus it's the only one in HBO Max, so it's like what the, what a mess with that one. And I mean, you got Abomination there, but
Yeah.
I remember I had an Abomination toy.
Yeah.
Fell in the pool.
Yeah. Definitely. This was like again like a Hulk movie, but like where could you go wrong? But unfortunately, it did. And like again, this is the second time rebooting the movie, and then we would end up getting a third. I mean, it has its moments. Like Abomination looks good, like he looks scary, but yeah, I'm gonna say C. Yeah, I don't remember enough of the movie, so I'll just go ahead with a C like you guys. I only remember the Hulk fight scenes. I just remember they were cool as like a younger kid. So
I remember thinking the
yeah.
Hulk smash scene was cheesy, even as a kid. But that's just me, though.
Hmm.
A lot of comic book fans.
Hulk goes into the C category.
They're
All
gonna
right.
at me, I'm
Next,
sure,
yeah,
in this video.
next on the list, Iron Man 2. Who wants to go first?
Meh, 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 meh. Okay,
Uh,
Iron Man 2. This is where I think we're gonna argue with some people, with each other at least. But I'm gonna give this a B. Yeah, I think it's good. Honestly, I don't know why people hate on it. We get introduced to War Machine. I think that's a pretty cool scene. A lot of quotes
We
in
already
that
got
movie.
introduced to War Machine. Well, I know what you mean, but we know we got Rhodes before he got
Really?
kicked out.
Yeah, and then
yeah,
Next time.
I don't know. I like Whiplash. I thought he was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty neat, and it's cool. I mean, I give it a B. People give it an F. A lot of people hate on it. Not as much as 3 though, but we'll get to it when we get to it. I just think
yeah,
that I think it's a solid film. Like I can go back and watch that over Hulk. That's for sure. My cat just bit me, so she disagrees.
yeah. I'm I'm right with you again. I'm gonna go based off of like the movies we already have in the list. Um, first Iron Man definitely better,
Yeah.
but Iron Man 2 is still better than Hulk. So I'm gonna right there in the middle for out of B.
So I'm gonna give it a C. It had its
Wow.
moments. I think Whiplash was goofy. He's like, "I'm with my bird. Give me my bird." And then like I feel like, um, we got that. I think the most memorable thing is the suit up scene on the racetrack. But then he just like gets his butt handed to him. You know what I mean? And like I like the idea. I just like it could have been better. So I'd give it. So I give it a C. But averaging out, we're gonna put it at B. So Iron Man 2 gets a B.
Okay.
Right. Thor 1. I'm sorry.
You go first, Peter.
All right. I like this film. Um,
Really?
yeah, I actually do. This is my
Wow.
to you your Iron Man 3. I actually like this film a lot. Um, it's cool. Like very. It's cool seeing like Thor get stripped of his powers, and it's like what you call what's the word? It's like he's discovering himself for more than he is, or like what he really is. I'm sorry. Like who am I without the powers? You know what I mean? Like I need to earn it. I've been given these powers, but like I
Hmm.
need to live with the humans and then earn it. Earn these powers back. So I actually like it. Um, what you call it? Like it's
Yeah.
not the greatest, but it has its moments. So I think a B or C.
Um.
Hmm.
Okay, comedian. I want to hear this. I want to hear your.
I'm no, I agree. It's definitely it was. I've rewatched it quite a few times. Um, and then based on this list so far, I'm gonna give the first Thor B.
All
All right,
right.
Anthony, thoughts?
If Nyquil was ever a movie, it'd be Thor 1 and another movie I'm about to mention later. If there has to be lower than an F, but I'll give it an F. My personal opinion. To me, it's just so boring. I remember like falling asleep to it, like couldn't even watch it in one piece. The camera angles are weird. It was like, you know what I mean. I don't know what the angles are called, but it's like twist. Like it was not good, and I give it an oh whoa. I give it an F, and that's just me though. A lot of people like it. My cousin likes it, so I mean F for me. Garbage.
All right.
MCU, what are
So,
you doing? But that's just me. That's just me.
all right.
That's just me.
So I think with your F, it moves to oops. It moves to a C minus. All right. Next one, Captain America: First Avenger. So Captain America 1.
Dude.
Okay, I'm gonna go first. I used to think F for this one, but I
Really?
rewatched it, and I'll give it a
Hmm.
B. I think Iron Man 1 is better, but it does have some charming moments, and it's like, it does have a cool ending where he wakes up and he's in the future. So I think that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And not only is it cool, it's like imagine you being in that situation. So I'm gonna give it a B. I solid way to set up Avengers too. Really think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Good leader.
Comedian.
Yeah, I would personally give the first Captain America an A. I think definitely one of my favorite MCU movies, or Solo, I should say. Um, they they did great with developing Captain America's character in that. Like same with the first Iron Man. Like I would definitely put it on the same level as first Iron Man.
Yeah, yeah. I think this. Yeah, this was my favorite for the longest time, and like, yeah, my favorite solo for the longest time till the next one came out. But yeah, I think it was a sleeper when it came out, and I think it is still a sleeper. So I think I'm gonna give it a name because a lot of people. Because I remember when this came out, like I mean, I really wasn't connected to the like Reddit or like just Marvel culture online, and I'm like I feel like nobody talked about it a lot. Like they're like, oh, it's good, but I think it's definitely in a
Yeah.
because Iron Man 1 gets like a lot of credit, but I'm
Yeah, we'll give
like
it an A.
show some love
Yeah.
to Captain America, so it goes into the A. Or,
Here we
Avengers,
go.
the first Avengers movie.
When this movie came out, my mom has a good memory I want to share. She went to the premiere of Avengers, and there was this guy. It doesn't have a reserve seat, so it's like the first come first served. And there was a guy dressed as Thor, and when Thor came out, he jumped up and went like that, and everybody started clapping. I always think, oh, I wish I saw that. I think I would have bursted out laughing. It's very cheesy. You really go back and watch it. It's a very cheesy film.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna give it a B. Very controversial, but I don't compared to the other Avenger movies that we're about to get into, and solo films. It's not as good, and it really is cheesy, or enough to make you cringe a little bit. And
Yeah.
Loki ends up becoming a good guy. In Thor 2, so it really means nothing. And I'm gonna give it a B. Just solid B. Nothing more. That's good, not bad.
Yeah. No, I actually agree with that. I rewatched the first Avengers, maybe 2 weeks ago, and like for nostalgia reasons, I really love the movie, but yeah, it's kind of like I don't know, it just the way that it stacks up with the rest of the movies, it's just not. It definitely does not deserve an S, I think, and I remember like the best parts of Avengers is like Tony Stark and his interaction with like Captain America. Really,
Yeah, this was my favorite for the longest time because like it did put all these people together. Like it did it pretty good. Um, and then like rewatching it, it has aged a little bit, and like Anthony said, it is cheesy. Um, but I mean, like
Cheesy.
I feel like
Sometimes.
I feel like it was pretty solid, so I have to give it a B or an A.
I remember the Cokes, the Dr. Peppers had the Avengers. Did you guys get those?
dude. Yeah, no, I have them
Yeah, you
still.
do.
Yeah.
Take a picture and send us so we can put it on the screen.
Oh yeah. If I can, or yeah, I'll get that. I mean, it's just at the top of my closet. I have them in like a
Oh
box.
yeah, if it's no trouble, yeah, just so later on, so Brunner can put it in the video. But that,
Yeah,
yeah,
put in
I
the
that
edit.
was awesome. Yeah, I remember seeing that. That was the first time I ever saw Hawkeye.
Yeah.
I was like, what the
What?
hell?
He was in Thor. He was in Thor.
Again, I fell asleep to it, dude. I'm telling you, it took me. It took me. If Nightcrawler was ever a movie, it was Thor 1 and another movie we're about to mention. We'll get to it when we get to it. But
Mhm. So Anthony, what do you give it? You said B.
a B, yeah. So you give it an S. So I think comedian give it a B. I think a B, B plus.
Yes, I think yeah, definitely it's a high B for sure.
All right. Got him. Yeah. So what do we got here? Hulk.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, dude. Got all of them, dude. Thor.
Nice,
Let me see
nice,
Hawkeye.
nice.
Hawkeye right there.
Yeah, that one. Oh my god, dude.
For the listeners, he's showing.
Dude.
He actually has them.
Now, what's weird is like this is my Iron Man one. It's not even open, but somehow it's like empty. Like I don't know
Whoa.
what happened. There's no. So I don't know what happened. It hasn't leaked anywhere, but it's an empty Iron Man can. So
My cat. I'm sorry. My cat is doing weird. That's cool, comedian. That's awesome. They saved that.
yeah, yeah. Because what was cool is because because I swam, and so on the summer league like summer meets, they would always have like concession stands, and so they would sell Dr. Peppers, and so I tried to like go to the concession stand and buy like if they had one I didn't have, I'd get it.
Nice. Phase 2, though.
All right, comedian, you start us off with this one because this one's gonna be a little
Okay.
debatable.
Iron Man 3, right?
Once again, I have not seen Iron Man 3 in a long time for a reason. It's because it was like the least rewatchable one for me. So, and then that was also the movie where it was like controversial because he like was barely in the Iron Man suit because Robert Downey Jr. wanted to act. So, I'm yeah, I'm gonna give it a C from what we have on here. Or technically, I would put it in between Thor and Hulk. I just, yeah.
Wow. I think that's
Oh
ridiculous.
no.
No, it's cool. I see your point. A lot of people don't like this film. I think it's a Christmas movie. I think that's my first point. It's a Christmas movie. I like how he has
Mhm.
PTSD from New York of Avengers. So, way more serious than Avengers
Yeah.
was. It is a Christmas movie, and I like it. I think it's very underrated. I think it's a sleeper, like Brunner would put it. Put the Shaq sleeping picture right there. And then I would have to give it honestly a B. I see a comedian's point though. Totally get it. I think it's a B though, but I don't think it's better than Iron Man 1. So it'd be like B minus. That's just me though. That's what Brunner has to say though. This would be the tiebreaker.
I think it's a C or an F. You
Wow.
made one of the most likable Marvel people, like, and you managed to make a flop movie. You know what I mean? And like the villain, like the Mandarin, like he's a good villain. And then and then it's just like, oh, I'm just an actor and this and that. I mean, we saw in Shang-Chi like who the Mandarin really was because he is a good villain. And then like that, and then like just like I feel like this was a bad send off, bad finale. Like we needed like how we're having now at Thor 4, we need an Iron Man 4, but I definitely give it a C or an F. So
Okay.
from there we're putting it at a C.
Or what did Anthony give it?
He gave it
I give it
a
a B.
B.
Oh, okay.
All right, Dark World.
Okay.
I,
Or
I think this is
You
our
guys
first.
want?
I'm gonna say I think this is our first F. I did not like this film.
I was gonna say like, are we on the same page or is like,
I hate it.
because
This
this
was
one
the second movie
this
of the
fucking
night, bro.
sucks.
So yeah, comedian, take it away. Hold on.
Yeah, no, this movie sucks. Like I remember, like I I remember watching Thor. Like I could sit through Thor, but then there were several times where I would turn on the Dark World, and I actually fell asleep. And that was when I was younger too. So yeah, At least on my for my own standards, that's a sleeper film right there.
What do you give it?
In the no, he meant sleeper in the
F.
literal sense and make
Oh,
you fall
okay, all right,
asleep.
all right. I was about to say, did you give it an A? I was about to say.
No, no, like
It's yeah. It's,
actually fell asleep
oh, okay.
multiple times trying to watch
No,
that
yeah,
movie.
I agree. I agree. Totally agree. F for
Mhm.
sure. Thor 1 and
Yeah.
2 is Nyquil. You know,
So
day
yeah,
and night Nyquil. You know?
F for
Yeah,
sure. So this is our
yeah,
first F.
And it's a shame because this is the last time we see Jane Foster until Thor 4. So,
yeah.
All right. Next one, a Winter Soldier.
All right,
ooh.
all right. Let
Yeah,
me.
go ahead, come in. Go ahead.
So once again, like I went on like a. I rewatched several Marvel movies, like a couple weeks ago. This was Winter Soldier was one of the ones I did rewatch. I'm for me, I'm gonna put this in S. That movie, great, like plot. Uh, you know, just I don't know, dude. It's just I can't even say anything. It's just that's a great movie right there. That's a S, 100% in my book.
Anthony.
Yeah, I'll give it an A plus for sure. I think it's one of the best solo films that there is out there. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I would give it an S, but I'm not really a Captain America fan, so I totally see your point. But I do think it is better than Iron Man 1. But being an Iron Man fan, I'd rather watch Iron Man 1. But from a movie standpoint, he is right. The plot is better. The fighting sequence is bad. I think Captain America straight up loses in the end. You know, he's about to die and everything.
Yes.
And it's really cool. I remember seeing it in the premiere in theaters. I basically half these movies I saw in premiere, but I remember seeing it in premiere, and half the crowd thought he was gonna die, which I was like, "Come on, this is the second film." But great film. I give it an A plus. Brunner.
Yeah, I agree with Comedian. One of the best Marvel solo movies. Definitely an S. No doubt about it.
Yeah, because they like not only. I mean, honestly, one of my favorite parts about that movie was the dynamic between Black Widow and Captain
Yeah,
America. It was really good.
yeah, it's very underrated. She's good in that film too. Give it an
Yeah.
S. Yeah, first S.
Nice. All right. Guardians.
Okay, I'm giving this one a straight S.
S, really.
Damn.
Um, when this movie came out, no one knew what the Guardians was. And this is really our first space movie. Thor was space, but it really stuck to Asgard. This was our first space movie. And it took a chance with 90s music and space, and it worked. They, if you guys don't read the comics, they're nothing like comics. You know, they're more comedic. They changed it to make the more appealing to the audience, which worked. And I think it's. I was just thinking about this last night too. I think Guardians was one of the most revolutionary MCU movies because it just changed the whole way we see the whole universe. At least it did for me. You know, we saw Thanos for the first time. Ronan was fucking badass. The music was really good.
Avengers.
Um, oh yeah, but like he actually talked. You know what I mean? And you know, I just give it a straight S. You know, I had a fun film. I could go back and rewatch it. I think it's bad. I think the I call it Star Wars battle in the end. Like when the planet, it's really
Mm-hmm.
cool. Visuals, I like it. As personal though, I want to hear Brunner's first before I hear comedians because I think Brunner has a controversial one.
No.
No,
I think A or an S. Like you said, like nobody knew like who the hell these people were, and James Gunn managed to pull a rabbit out of the hat and like
Mm.
make something like an unpopular title likable. Um, yeah, and I think definitely like the world building was good. Like you said, it was our first space movie, and I liked it. I'm like, oh, what else is going on? So definitely S or A or an S.
Okay. Yeah. So I like it a little bit less than you guys do. It's like between an A or a B for me. Um, but I will say, I think Volume Two. I think that one. I like that one way more. But I guess I'd put it in A. I guess.
So I think
I
rounding
mean,
out those answers, I think Guardians will be high A.
Someone
All
out
right,
there's
next
going,
one,
what?
Ultron.
Which one?
I'm
Ultron.
okay.
Okay. Um,
I want to see. I want y'all to go first.
I think this is a C. Like
really?
Ultron is such a cool concept, but I felt like this movie dragged on a little bit too much. And then because Ultron in the comics, like if you get the bad ending, he basically wipes out humanity, and then we get the next Avengers, which is, and then like he kills all the main people. But like we do get Vision, which I think was kind of dumb, and the voice of Ultron, which is named Robert California, he killed it, and and then you killed off Quicksilver with like the dumbest way. I feel like with so much hype from the first Avengers, like this movie bombed, honestly.
Yeah. Robert California did great voicing it. I thought it was bad personally. I give it a B, low B, B minus. Um, Very controversial. I think it's not better than Avengers One for sure, but I had fun. We saw Scarlet Witch for the first time. Quicksilver got killed off, yes, but it, I mean, someone had to die. I heard my phone going off when Quicksilver died in the premiere, and my friend spoiling it on his Snapchat story because he was bored. Aaron Post, shout out Aaron Post.
Wow.
Yeah, and I give it a solid B minus. And it's your comedians.
Yeah, I'd give this a C. I mean, it's it. They show it all the time on like cable or whatever. Like you're like
Hotel and
HBO.
shit. Yeah.
Dude, I every time I see it on, I skip it.
Is it me or every time you turn on cable, it's always in the Thor? I'm sorry, it's always in the Hulk versus um, Hulkbuster scene. At least for me, every time I put it on cable, it's always in that part. I don't know
TNT.
why.
Yeah.
TNT, yeah,
Yeah,
or FX, dude.
yeah.
X Men movies.
It's always on like TV, and I'll pass.
Yeah, I agree. It's always in hotels. When I go to hotels, I always see it there.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give it a C.
So
Put
what
it
do
in
you
the
give
C
this
pile.
comedian?
You give it a C.
Oh, yeah. Definitely a C. It's not quite F tier for me, but yeah.
So it gets a C. Right. Ant-Man 1.
All right, here we go. This is a very controversial one. I know I'm gonna get A for this. Ready? It's an S for me. Yeah, and here's why. Okay, I don't know. For the longest time, and now I could go back and watch the film and have a great time. I think it's so fucking funny. I don't know why, and I think the Ant Man is so bad. I don't know. That's just me though. Me personally, I know realistically is a B, but I give it an S. Love tier, realistically B.
Okay. Um.
So,
No, I would give it a B. I mean, it's good. I will say it is good. Um. And then the guy who plays like his friend, like the
he
Mexican
plays
dude.
every Mexican movie, or every American movie that needs a
Yeah, like
Mexican.
yeah, he that was it's a funny movie. I like it. Um, but in the grand scheme of things, I think it stacks up at a B probably.
I think a B or C. Um, this movie again, like it feels like it feels weird and like it could have been better, but they had fired Edgar Wright from making it. But I think yeah, like not the best, not the worst. So yeah, I think a B. I had a good time.
Yeah, B. Put in the B is fine.
Civil War.
Okay. B minus, in my opinion.
Oh,
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
dude.
But like, look at Iron Man's team. All right, I don't know who's weaker. Like Hawkeye, you're gonna go Hawkeye against Vision. Like what? Black Panther against Hawkeye easily kicks ass. I don't know. Teams were whack. It's just weird that they put such a big movie on a character. You know, that's like putting like not Endgame. That's like putting Infinity War in an Iron Man film. In my opinion, I just think it deserved its own kind of like build up where it had
Mm-hmm.
Guardians. I mean, maybe I touched it too much, but maybe add some like use that movie to get a Captain America film with another Captain America villain that's better. Um, Not a villain that's gonna come back in a Disney Plus film later on. Um, like build more characters. Maybe introduce Captain Marvel before doing Civil War. That was always my take. Um, we got introduced to Spider Man though. The crowd went wild for that one. When I saw the "Do you know somebody?" The crowd went wild there. It's like it said Queens, and I'm like, okay, who's this? I guess he's from Queens. I didn't know that. So don't sue me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's my take. I give it a B minus.
All right. You want to go, Brunner?
I think this is definitely an A. Um, it's a pretty good movie. I liked. It was a good introduction to Black Panther and Spider Man. I remember young Brunner losing it, seeing Spider Man in the trailer when he said under ruse. I'm like, this is it. We're getting Spider Man. But again, like Anthony said, I feel like this was too much weight for a solo film. But like, it's still pretty good. So
Damn.
I think an A.
Damn. Okay. Well, for me, this is an S for me. Like, I love the movie. Uh, and it's such an emotional ending. With the fight between Captain America, Iron Man, and uh, Bucky, Winter Soldier, whatever. I will agree that the teams are kind of whack, and it's just awkward seeing like 8 people or whatever fight in an airport. Because I did actually read some of the Civil War comic before the movie even came out, and you know the comic had like everybody in the whole Marvel universe, so they it was definitely weird, but I guess it will average out at an A.
Yeah.
But no, I love Civil War so
Mhm.
much.
Yeah, give it an A. Give it put it in
Civil
the A.
War.
Yeah.
Yeah, gets an A. It's a high A. All right, next film, Doctor Strange. Doctor
A.
Strange 1. A.
Yeah, I'm at an A as well. I really like Doctor Strange.
Visual effects are great. I'm gonna keep it short for this one. Villain was actually original. Look, this is what I mean. Ant Man, same villain. Iron Man 1, same villain. You kind of just see the repetitive in these movies. So in this one, you get a god that's actually bad. A.
It's also my favorite like boss fight, or like they're because it's not even a fight. It's like a psychological thing. It's my, I think, most unique like ending final boss fight in the whole MCU.
Yeah, I
I agree.
agree. Definitely an A. Uh, Great story, great visual effects. All right, Guardians 2.
A plus. I always thought it was weird that the timeline was like mixed up for this one. It happened like 4 months after Guardians 1, I believe, but it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Visual effects were really nice. The ending was emotional as hell. Mary Poppins, y'all, famous quote. A plus,
Yeah,
close to an S for sure.
yeah, I agree. I did like it slightly better than the first Guardians, but it doesn't reach an S for me.
I
So
think mine's controversial. I haven't given it a. Anthony, would you give it?
I give it an A plus.
Comedian?
yeah, like an A.
I would give it like a B or a C. I think the first one was like much better. I did like Kurt Russell was good ego, and it was sad like hearing that he had to kill Peter's mom because he got too attached to her. And like I just think the
Hmm.
most memorable thing that came out of that movie is that meme where it's like, "What?" Now I know that sounds bad, and then he just gets shut up. But I thought the first one was much better. Um, but yeah, since if you guys go both give it an A and I give it a B, I think it'll be an A. Guardians 2. All right, Spider Man, uh, Homecoming. Couldn't forget because
I watched
titles are
this.
stupid.
I watched this with Brunner for his first time. I watched this by myself, and then I watched it with Brunner the next day. And his reaction to Vulture, like in being your dad, was the best ever, dude. I wish I was recording. He was so he jumped. He was like, "What?" That was awesome.
No, but
How I watched it on the plane back too when I had turbulence. So God help me. But you
This
know,
feels like another movie that gets played a lot on cable.
yeah, not really. I feel like the
I feel
second
like
one does. I don't know. It's tough to rate this one. I'm gonna let you guys go first, though. I want to hear what you guys say.
okay. I guess I'll go first. I I'm not a fan. I don't want to say a full blown like it's not an F. It's not an F. I do not I just fundamentally disagree with how they started out with Spider-Man's character. I you know, and that it's not really like I don't know if it's more of like the movie's fault. I just don't like his character. So
I'm with you. I thought the suit was too
dude,
CGI. I thought he was kind of cringe a little bit here and there.
well just like, Uncle Ben and then him being so tied to Tony Stark, and it's just like, oh, dude, I'm gonna have to, dude. Honestly, I'm gonna give it a C.
Wow.
Honestly, yeah, I'm just not. I watched it with a friend, and like there were so many things in the movie where I was just shaking my head.
No, I see your point. I'm gonna give it a B for me. With comedians' points, it's not that the best Spider-Man film ever, but it is a good film to watch when you're bored, and it's not the best starter film either. I never liked the CGI suit. That's my take on it, but B for me.
yeah.
Vulture was
Hot
cool.
take. Um, I kind of said this on our No Way Home review. I'm not a big fan of Tom Holland. Um, the only thing that saved this movie was Michael Keaton's Vulture. I thought
Yeah.
he did such a good job, but I'm like the problem. Just long story short, problem is like he wasn't really like, oh, like, save New York. He's like, oh, happy, like, what's next mission, what's next Avengers mission, you know what I mean, like what does Tony want me to do? When I'm like, you're
Yeah.
Spider-Man, I'm like, New York's your home, I'm like, you protect home. So
No,
I give it a B or C.
yeah, we could put it in a B. Actually, we'll put it in a C plus.
Yeah, we'll put a C.
But look, this is my hot take. What Brunner said. Look at all the Tom Holland Spider-Man films. He had to be carried by a big actor. You know what I mean? Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., Jake Gyllenhaal, Mysterio, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, third film. He has to be carried.
Willem
He
Dafoe,
needs a
yeah, third film.
film
Yes.
where he needs to establish himself as Peter Parker the right way. Not the CGI, not begging to be an Avenger. Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man film. That's what we need. And give Rhino a good
Yeah.
chance, dude. None of this suit. Something.
Mhm. All right. Next film. Well, so no, because it's these stupid titles. Homecoming gets a C. Next film is Ragnarok. I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna say A or an S. This redeemed Thor. Um, it looks great. Looks bright. Made Thor funny. Um, Taika Waititi knows awesome. We got a Planet Hulk. Not Planet Hulk. Yeah, I think it was Planet Hulk. Correct me if I'm wrong.
The closest we're gonna
In the
get to
comic.
Planet Hulk, yeah.
And then like what's his name? Fucking Jeff Goldblum. Jeff Goldblum was cool. Valkyrie was great. Hela I think was a good villain. So I think an A or an S for this film.
Yeah, I'll give it an A. I'll say definitely my favorite part was it Korg and his friend, the dude that I loved the like the bug guy.
Yeah, me too, yeah.
So,
I give it an S.
but yeah,
Look at me. What were you gonna say? You gonna say something else? Sorry.
I'd put it in
Put in
A.
an A.
So, mhm.
Yeah, I give it an S with Brunner's points. You know, it redeemed Thor. All the actors were great. Like Comedian said, that little alien bug was cool. Crazy ending though, because it's probably like the happiest film to an introduction to one of the darkest films in the MCU. So
Mhm.
Yeah, and then Asgard gets destroyed
yeah,
for like a funny happy film. Yeah.
solid S.
I think we're gonna average it to an A. I mean, it's pretty good, but I mean, we made the
It's better
case
than
for.
Civil War. It's better than Civil
Yeah,
War. Come on, don't disrespect it.
I think it's up there. It's up there. It's definitely up there.
Infinity War. Wow, this movie.
No, you're skipping over one.
Which one?
Black Panther.
Oh yeah, you guys go first, please. Yes.
I thought this was a good film. Black Panther. I think it's an A or a B. My only negatives were I didn't like the new suit. Like I like the idea of the new suit. I just don't like the design. I think the Civil War Black Panther suit was much cleaner. The what are
Mhm.
those moments was cringe. I think Michael B. Jordan's
Yes.
character, the villain Killmonger, he was pretty solid. I think that's it.
Yeah, I am at a B. I think it's good. I've seen it, I think 3 times. But yeah, definitely Civil War better suit design, and it definitely had some cringe moments for me. And then the final fight CGI that looked like at it like a video game.
Yeah, I give it a B. What
So
Comedian said, Joe.
B for Black Panther.
Yeah, they'll see that CGI battle towards the end with the hog and everything. Was like what?
yeah,
All right, next film,
okay,
Infinity War. Anthony, you were saying something?
I remember the premiere in this film was amazing. Like they were
mm-hmm.
doing everything and everything they could to this film, and I still have my tickets on my phone. Really, crazy, crazy, crazy film. S. I mean, do I have to explain? Great.
Yeah,
It's obviously an S. It's a Thanos story. Thanos story.
yeah. There's no more words. Like you know it's just iconic. Uh, it's like it's like if you don't, if you do not like Infinity War, and I'll say if you don't like Infinity War or Endgame, I mean there's something wrong. So
Honestly, you can just
I,
put
I
anything up
think
there now.
yeah, I'm gonna give this an A or an S. I only give this possibly an A because I think Endgame was better. But yeah, I definitely liked seeing a movie where the heroes lose and like Thanos, yeah, basically becoming the main, the main character. So yeah, I think A or
mhm.
an S. So S.
Yeah, S.
Yeah, it's an S.
All right, Ant Man 2. Um, I'm gonna F F for me. I think this movie was a stinker because I'm like because like we said, we're like, oh, Ant-Man is good and it has potential, but this movie was. I feel like this was dumb. I
I
think
like
it
the
was dumb.
villain.
Because
The villain was pretty cool. That's how we're
yeah,
gonna get
that's my.
Fantastic Four through the quantum realm. That's where they're at right now.
It has a good idea, but like it was just poorly written.
Yeah, I get you. I'm gonna give it toughie. I give it a C. I don't give it an F, but I give it a C. I don't think it's better than any of the movies above B. C.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Ant Man and the Wasp either. I don't really. I mean, there's not much more for me to say. It's nowhere near the first Ant Man.
Next film, Captain Marvel. Uh, I think B or C for me.
Mm.
Honestly, I thought it was all right. I thought it was a solid C. Yeah, I think it's better than Thor for sure and Hulk. Um, I just think it's overhyped a little bit, but I think it's a C for sure. Solid C plus, C minus maybe. Nah, just a solid C.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Put it at a C. My main gripe is how they explained Nick Fury's eye.
Yeah, stupid.
All right. Next one, Infinity Endgame, unanimous S.
Yeah, easy S. No
Yes.
explanation. Same explanation as Avengers Infinity War. Greatest ending probably ever in cinema history. Greatest crossover ever in cinema history.
It the For me personally, just the theater going experience for Endgame was the best for me of all time. Like even more than Infinity War. Like uh yeah, dude. And like I do not cry at movies. Endgame broke me. And it wasn't with Iron Man, it was with Captain America. It's great movie.
Mhm. All right. Next film, Far From Home. I'm gonna give this an C or an F. I think this was a stinker. I think, like Anthony said earlier, Jake Gyllenhaal carried it. Um, but again, like they're like, oh, I want to get with MJ. I want to get with MJ, and then we're in Europe, and like I
Yeah.
feel like Mysterio carried it because he's such an interesting villain. But and then like he gave his glasses to him, the Edith glasses, whatever. I think that was dumb. Um, so I think a C or an F.
Yeah, I'm with them. Spider
Yep.
movie now in New York is already a bad sign. Everything Brunner said, I agree with. I think it's solid. I think it failed. Um, but it's yeah, maybe an F or a C, but an F.
Yeah, definitely an F. I mean, it just goes against everything that Spider-Man is.
Another stinker. WandaVision. I give this an F.
Yeah, we're
You
gonna
know what?
get hate for this
Before
one.
anybody says anything, I think I was a big Scarlet Witch fan because I've read a lot of X-Men comics, and I'm like, let's utilize her more. And I'm like, because she barely said anything in Civil War. She was like, and I'm like, we saw her in Ultron, and I'm like, we need more Scarlet Witch. And I tried. I'm like, all right, hopefully this would be good. Um, I think the first episode was so boring, and then they're like, when then people were like, well, because it's I Love Lucy. I liked I Love Lucy. I like I Love Lucy, but I just think this is. I just thought the show was boring. I liked Agatha. Not gonna lie, I saw episode one, and then I finished the show when they brought back when they showed Evan Peters, because I'm like, oh, we're gonna get Quicksilver. We're gonna get X-Men Quicksilver. I'm like, he's the perfect Quicksilver. And then just to like an fu to the face. So I'm like, I didn't watch the whole show. Like I watched like the last 3-4 episodes, and I got the gist of it. And I'm like, as much as I love Scarlet Witch, I'm like, this is an F.
Well, I just want to go ahead and say after Endgame, I lost nearly all interest in the MCU. So I the the rest of the items that are on the list, the only things that I have seen is No Way Home and then Doctor Strange. Um, so I don't feel comfortable like offering my opinion really to rank it because I don't know much. I saw your usual like social media like oh my god but
Oh yeah, good. Yeah, no, yeah. Thank you for being honest. Yeah. So, audio listeners, he hasn't watched the shows yet. Don't flame him. I don't blame him. Flame him. Don't blame him. Don't flame him. Don't blame him. Sorry. Um. Yeah. So, I have watched the whole series. No, it's solid F. And it's fucking disaster. So, me and Bruno will quickly speed run the shows.
Yeah.
I've seen
All
all of
right.
them, and entire series, full episodes of all the shows, so we can speed run them real quick.
All right.
Um, Captain America and Soldier, or Falcon and Soldier.
I think that's an A.
I think it's an S, dude. Amazing show, really good.
Yeah. I'll give
Badass,
an
has some
S.
good fight sequences.
Comedian, I highly recommend you watch it. It's good.
Yeah, it reminds me of Winter Soldier a lot. Yeah, it's
Winter
really good.
Soldier vibes.
okay.
Loki.
Another,
Yeah, because I know
Oh, go ahead.
or what or I know what is it Zemo is
yeah,
in there
Zemo.
or the yeah
John Walker is really good.
Yeah.
Give us a John Walker U.S. agent skin on Fortnite, please.
All right. Uh, Another banger. Comedian, you should watch this one too. Loki. Um, I like it's solid. Um, I there's a problem with it that I have with it, but other than else, it's good. Anthony, what do you think?
It's an S for me. I think it's like a great multiverse show. It has a great ending. I think the ending is so mind blowing, and it makes me excited for season 2. I give it an S, but I can see how it could be an A plus.
Just my complaint is Loki and Sylvie's relationship.
Yeah, it's kind of like he's dating
That's
himself. You know,
yeah. It's, anyway,
mm.
but Black Widow, C or an F.
a C. I give it an F. I'm sorry. It was too late. Talking about a film too late. Crude's 2 and Black Widow, but then film's too late. Like, what the hell, man? It should have been like after Iron Man 2. So yeah,
Yeah.
F, easy F.
yes
Mhm. What if I didn't see any of this? Anthony, what do you think?
I saw the entire series. I put Josh on it. I give it a solid A because it has a lot of death and a lot of surprises, and it's like a good what the moment, Oh, zombies is totally overrated. I don't know why everybody likes that episode, but I give it an A. I don't think it's better than Guardians, so averaging out the entire series, a B plus.
We'll put B. All right. Shang-Chi. I like this. A or B.
I give it an A plus. A plus, solid.
Definitely.
Visual effects were really good. Fighting is bad. I thought the villain reminded me of Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat a little bit, and the dragon was cool. It really surprised me. I think it was like another Guardians where I was like skeptical going in, but coming out a fan, and I'm excited to see him cross over with Doctor Strange or Spider Man even. And yeah, I thought it was cool. Cool introduction back to the Ten Rings.
Mm-hmm. So I think an A. All right. Eternals. F.
Yeah, I saw this movie. It was an F. Sex scene is very awkward.
Eternals F.
Okay.
F. C
Yeah,
or an F.
dude. Spoiler. I'm sorry. Can I spoil it real quick?
oh no I already
You know
I've
what happened?
seen spoilers and stuff
Yeah, killing off
yeah I think
Kingpin is a like way to turn on the
They
fan.
killed him off. I had no idea.
Yeah,
He's
and the most
there. That's Daredevil's guy.
dude, exactly, and the most pussiest way either too. Two, I'm sorry. They're giving Echo her own spinoff. Everybody's getting spinoffs, dude. What the hell? We're gonna make a Brunner spinoff show off the game chat called Brunner. So it's game chat podcast and Brunner. Since everybody's getting a spinoff. But I give it an F too. Yeah, he gets killed, dude. And he begs for his knife. So
All right. It's a little kind of controversial. No Way Home. I give it a
mm-hmm.
an A or B because Willem Dafoe carried. Um, I forgot his name. Doctor Octopus carried.
Dude, he carried
Yeah,
hard. No,
Toby carried. Andrew carried.
Okay, this is hard because the premiere in this one too was extraordinary, and the fans' reactions for my theater was amazing. So I'm gonna give this one an S, just because of my theater experience made it amazing. And
mm,
yeah, I give it an S. Plus, seeing Toby again is always nice.
dude, yeah, I'm gonna have to give this one a B. Um, that, and like once again, it's like everybody but Tom Holland is the reason why I like the movie, and he's carried every time.
I agree.
And but I will he is but I like what they did with his character now, because now he's in a spot where I'm actually like excited to see where they go with him, because he's somewhat starting off from a good spot.
Yeah.
What about you, Werner?
Also, can we talk
So
about how this has the when Marvel's like for such a big movie where they bring in the Sony properties and all the old past Spider-Man and villains, this has the shit poster. Like even Incredible Hulk Edward Norton has a better
yes,
poster than this.
yes,
Yeah, it
Yeah, I
really
think
does.
horrible poster.
like of all these posters, this really doesn't like even Captain America, first Captain America has a better poster. But anyway, I think yeah, Willem Dafoe carried, like Tom Holland gets carried. I think this is an A or an S because they bring them back. But like again, it's just I'm just gonna give an A, round out and give an A. All right, Moon Knight. I'm gonna give A. I think after WandaVision and Black Hawkeye, because I think those two like on the list they're stinkers, and I'm like, well, finally a good show popped out. And me and Anthony, we always joke on Fortnite, like, oh, that's Jake Lockley.
That's Jake
That's
Lockley without
yeah,
the
that's
cape.
Stephen Graham, Jake Lockley. I'm gonna give an A.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. It's really unique how the way compared to the rest of the MCU films and shows, it's really unique and it's refreshing to get a new take on that. I thought the fighting's pretty bad, very underrated because not a lot of people watch it. I found out, and I give it a solid A as well.
All right,
Here
here
we
a
go.
little controversial one. I'm gonna say
Yes.
I'm gonna give an S. I think this movie was great.
Wow.
I like this movie a lot. Sam Raimi, don't miss. This movie was scary. This movie was great. Wanda as the villain was great. The ending was good. The CG was good. We got fantastic. We got Reed Richards. We got Inhumans. We got, you know what I mean. We
Xavier,
got Charles Xavier.
yeah,
And just know if I was, I just know I cried internally seeing Charles Xavier die again and Reed Richards because the wounds hadn't healed from Logan.
that's the third
But
time.
I
Yeah, that's the
think
third time he dies. Gene Logan or X twenty
yeah,
four. Gene Logan, Gene Logan and X
X-Men.
24 and Wanda now have killed him. So poor Xavier. I agree with Bruner's an S for those reasons. The soundtrack's really good. Um, I think Sam Raimi killed it in that film. Another multiverse movie that really nails it, and it was a nice refresher to Spider Man.
Dude, I thought it was okay. I like if I had to rank it among whatever, dude, I'd give it, for me it's a B, honestly. But I see what you mean. Like it had like the good parts were like all the other stuff, like the characters, whatever. I just wasn't a fan of like the story necessarily. It was like the writing for me. Directing, like camera work was great. Um, but yeah,
Oh,
Well,
the
whatever's that out.
Illuminati's gonna have to have a meeting with comedian, but we'll round it out. We'll give it an A. A high A. Okay, boom,
Hi,
king of
yeah.
the A.
Save it. Save it.
That's yeah. Save it. This will be so. This is the official game chat Marvel tier list.
Before Miss Marvel.
Anytime, yeah, before Miss Marvel, in celebration of Miss Marvel coming out. So all the future Marvel properties um, will go on our list. Well, this is our list. You guys make a list at home if you want. Are we do should what should be moved? What should be moved up? What should be moved down? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Um, Before we close it out, boys, do you have anything that should be moved up or down?
Maybe Homecoming it moved up, but that's it. Let's put it the last B.
I mean, the only just for me, I would put Civil War up at S. But dude, I mean, I can agree for the most part, dude. Civil War is just I don't know, man.
I'm moving Homecoming to B because I'd rather watch
Here,
Homecoming.
hold on. Hey, Josh. Yes, Josh. Civil War or
What is Civil War S tier?
I say leave it at A. Leave it at A.
All right. So this is our list. We'll definitely come back to it in the future. Um, but everything's set. We're gonna post it on our Instagram and our socials. So definitely check us out there on Instagram at Game Chat Pod. And is that it?
Actually, hold on. I'm sorry. Let's move it to his S. Last minute. Let's move it to an S. Here's why. End credit scene. Game chat. And the ending really does shape the MCU because it splits up Tony and Cap, and that's how they lose in Infinity War. We can't forget that. So that's our list, guys. Thank you for listening. Sorry, Brunner, for that. Check out our socials. And thank you, guys. Yeah, thank you, comedian. Thank you, Brunner.
Hmm.
Mhm. All right.
Yes.
See you guys in the next one.